All right, what's
How are
up,
we doing?
guys? It is Friday.
It's
Friday, my
Friday, boys.
favorite day of the week. Burger night. It's time. I got a special guest. I retweet him every day because the kid is out of his mind. He is live arbing for hours every night, ripping
Yeah.
bets. You're one of my favorite followers, dude. What's up, Elf?
What's up, man? Yeah. Appreciate all the love you've given me on Twitter so far. It's been an absolute blast over the last 2 months, just like live arbing and just memeing on Twitter. So I'm just hyped to be here.
Dude, it's why like watching you do this is just hilarious. Just because
Yeah,
like you look like you're having like the time of your life.
I
Like
am.
yeah, dude, you do. Like every single time I watch, I'm like, this guy's having so much fun. It's not even
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. I mean, you said it yourself, man. It's honestly fun. Like when I'm live arbing, it feels like a video game almost, where I'm just like sniping these lines, just absolutely crushing these books. So it's just great. But yeah,
It's
I mean, yeah,
it's
and
definitely like a video game.
I definitely think it's like a video game for sure. So yeah, we could get into it. We can hit some bets. We can have a fun time tonight.
All right, so I'm still trying to pull the chat up. I'm late. I should have turned it on earlier.
Yeah, you're
I've
good.
been sitting in the same spot for the last hour and a half. I was on that other
Yeah.
stream with the 4 for 4 guys, and I
Okay.
just never turned it on. I was
Who
like,
are
what am I
they? Who are the
doing?
4 for 4 guys?
Ryan Noonan and Connor Allen. We do a show every Friday. It's NFL show, and we talk
Okay.
about player props for the
Okay. Got it.
weekend. All right. So one
Yeah.
bet we're already adding is Victor. It's Wimbanyana. I know I messed his name up, Nigel.
Try
I
again,
know.
Slop.
Yeah, Wemby. We're gonna take
Wemby.
his what is that? Over 25.5 points plus 115 at ESPN bet tonight.
All right. Let's do it.
All right, so all his literally every single other book has minus 105, minus 110, minus 110, DraftKings minus 105, FanDuel minus 106, my bookies minus 110. I mean, like nobody, like they got their nose open, ESPN bet. Nobody's even anywhere near this.
Yeah, they're sleeping
So
at the wheel for sure.
yeah, like I don't again like this. You just kind of have to blindly go at that point, like when you see that, because it's like this makes no sense.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm trying
absolutely.
to see where Pinnacle is on this guy. Minus 108 for 24.5. So there is that. We're up to 25.5.
Okay. Something to
But
think about
yeah.
though is Pinnacle actually isn't the sharpest book for player props because I
Yep.
heard they outsource it.
No,
Like
I'm
DraftKings is
with
usually
that.
yeah.
I'm with that. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're necessarily the sharpest book for player props.
Yeah.
Main markets, especially
Main markets are great.
college basketball is one. I think you can get a lot of money down. I think that's where guys that actually like know. So I think there are people. We have this conversation every day, but with me and
Yeah.
Nigel. But I think people. There are guys that know these college basketball programs. There's really like you'll find out all the time, like by watching like the broadcast, that like the best player is not playing tonight, shit like that, and you're just like, how,
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying, like how does this happen? But there's
Yeah.
guys that know that already. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I think that's
when they bet
yeah.
main markets into these books where you can get a ton of cash down, that's a good indicator.
Yeah.
But
I
not so
think
much player props though. I don't think so.
yeah, I think that's what happened with the LSU player, the football player. It got like
Booty.
yeah, I think he was doing a lot of that. A lot of like he knew who was hurt, who wasn't. So he was
Yeah.
he was
Yeah, well, exactly. Inside information. You know what the game plan is going to be, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah, for sure. But
there
no,
is
yeah,
that.
there are people who have like inside information and stuff and just hammer the books. But I don't do any of that because if I had the information, I would.
Yeah,
But
no, I
just
would.
like,
I'm just I'm way too low on the totem pole for anything like that.
yeah.
So
Yeah. There's some guys.
I don't know. You have a very different skill.
Yeah.
The live arbs. All right. So I'm trying to do live in play.
Okay.
It was Wednesday night. So
Yeah.
live in play on the EB page. You can see the button here. Obviously, there's nothing because there's nothing really going on right now.
Yeah.
But those
Yeah.
things come up and they're tough to rip.
They are.
But
Yeah.
you're over here ripping twice as much because you got to bet both sides.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell do you do that, dude?
I mean, you gotta have like the optimized setup. So I have a PC and 3 monitors going, like, and my PC is like 1.3K. You know what I mean? So I have everything going at once, and I am one click betting, clicking and dragging it over like very, very fast. I'm not spending more than like if a play moves, I'm not spending more than a second on. I'm leaving it right away. So I'm pretty much like constantly moving. And even at like top speed, I'm missing probably 90% of what pops up, maybe even more, like 95% of what pops up on my like OddsJam ticker. So it's definitely normal to like miss most of the stuff. Like that's actually normal because like pre-match you can just go through it, hit them, and it's fine. And that's like the best way to start. You know, you practice at the pre-match, but live you're gonna miss 90% of them. And yeah, it happens all the time where I lock one side in and other side moves off the hedge for a loss or see if I can cash out, stuff like that. It's almost like trading a little bit.
Yeah. Well, do you know off the top of your head the books that let you cash out?
Yeah, ESPN lets you cash out.
Okay.
It depends on
right?
Yeah, ESPN lets you cash out. FanDuel will let you cash out as long as it's not an alt line. Like if you bet like an alt total or something like that, like a first half total, they won't let you cash out those. But if you bet like a money line, you should have a cash out unless it's like late in the game, then they won't offer a cash out. So yeah, you got to be careful late in the game because late in the game is actually like last 2 minutes is when there's like the most uncertainty of who's going to win, which will pop up a lot of arbs. But they move like super, super fast. And I've won a ton of money on those, but I've also lost a ton of money on them. Like there was one, I lost like $900 one time getting locked in on a DraftKings line when the FanDuel line moves. But from what I've noticed, yeah, it sucks. From what I've noticed is FanDuel is usually the one that's off late in the game money line bets if you're doing FanDuel to Caesars or even FanDuel to ESPN. But you have to be like really alert. So yeah, I haven't explored the live betting yet. I've only been doing live arbitrage, but I think for sure live EV betting is going to be the future after the college basketball season for sure.
I'll be honest with you, live EV, I'm dedicated. Let's say.
Yeah, you're dedicated to learning it.
Very dedicated to live EV right now. Yeah, it is very fun. Real quick though, before we keep going, LaMelo Ball over 40.5 points plus rebounds plus assists plus 110 at FanDuel we're gonna lock that in right now. Look here, minus 115 ESPN, minus 115 at DraftKings, minus 114 at BetOnline, minus 117 at Caesars. I mean, I don't want to call it flip, but minus 130 over there. I mean, dude, what is happening? Minus 122 at Pinnacle. That is way off, guys.
That's a lock.
Yeah, that's way off. So yeah, it also makes sense basketball wise because it's going to be tough to price ball after they lost a very high usage guy in Rozier. So there is that. But yeah, that's in already. I'm going to go into the bet tracker real quick just to show you. I think we have 2 so far, but we'll talk about what happened yesterday. Pretty sure we won. If not, we should have. Yeah, we did. We won $107 yesterday in the bets that we put in. Literally just messing around, just partying. That's all.
Were those just the bets you placed on stream?
Yeah. Nice. So they went 2-2. We only had 4. We lost Monmouth and them. Stony Brook, I believe, is who they played. I can barely see this because I can't see all that well.
Yeah.
I might get glasses at some point. Like you look great in glasses, Elf. So maybe I get something.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Yeah, glasses. You gotta bring glasses back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bring glasses back. A lot of people accuse me of wearing like LED glasses, and I don't know why. These are prescription boys.
Those are legit. Okay, yeah, those are legit. Yeah, okay, so Tyler Hero went way over his assists last night, over 3.5 plus 110 at BetMGM, and then also looks like we hit the under in Fort Wayne, Purdue. Like, what are we doing? We bet that. Northern Kentucky under, like that wasn't even close. But I mean, that was a bullshit game. That was actually on TV. I got to bowling alley and I saw that game was actually on TV.
Oh,
insane.
Really?
Yeah, somehow that game made it to television. But anyways, that went under. And then Gulf Coast, Florida Gulf Coast. I thought I figured out college basketball. I still think I did. I think that was just kind of a one-off right there. What happened? But they did not cover 2.5. They were not even close.
Damn.
Whatever. We made $1.07. Now we're going to keep going. We're going to move on to today because it's today. We got ball. They're saying we need to go 100 on this for our bankroll.
Okay.
Again, it's set to my bankroll, so I think I have 10K listed as my bankroll. So it gives us what, Kelly Cartier, what we should be betting on this play based on the edge we have. $100 on the LaMelo Ball move, over 40.5 rebound or PRAs, points, rebounds, assists, and then Wemby over. I think that says 25.5 points,
yeah.
plus 115. I bet there's more though. Before we leave this show, we're gonna have a few more, but that catches us up. We've only been tracking them, Elf, for 2 days now.
Really?
Nigel finally talked me into tracking them. Well, I was having Nigel track them, but then he wanted to go to not him tracking him and me just tracking him with the bet tracker.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was him being lazy, but to be honest with you, between us, I think it was a genius idea.
So
I'd never
being
done
lazy.
that.
Do you guys wait? Do you guys don't use?
Idea.
Do you guys not use Pickett or you use the OddsJam?
I use Pickett for my bets, but the problem with this is I never get these bets in, like when I'm doing this on here, because they always move because I'm actually going through them. I can't do like you do, bro. I don't know how you do that. Like you're like streaming, putting in bets, like talking to people. There's music playing, like it's like a fucking party.
I think it's because I'm just so ADHD that I just have like a million things going on at the same time, and it's just kind of how it goes.
Yeah, you're going. Like me, I have a real hard time actually getting the bets in. I gotta have my stuff open. One day I open up FanDuel and I put in my password right here on stream. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are you doing?
No, so, my first ever live stream that I live arbed, I set like a keybind on OBS to like hide all my screens. It was like, I think it was like a W or something like that. And I had to deposit money. And I completely leaked like the last 4 numbers of my credit card and the date of expiration. And I was tweaking out. And there was like 100. It was my first ever stream, and there was like 100 people in there. And somebody started like typing out my name, my last 4 credit card digits in the chat, and I was so panicked. I canceled my card. It was like a nightmare.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. So like that, and for that reason, I'm out on the I can't get him in fast enough. Sometimes I do get him. Like yesterday, I got in the Mahomes one that we got for Sunday. Like it's not like I have a problem betting these. It's just I can't get them in fast enough. The lines are gonna move because the people in the chat do it. So it's more for you guys, not for me. Like I got plenty of bets out already, anyway, so I'm good.
Yeah,
but I'm just clear. But we should track them though. Like that's the thing. We should track them just so people know. Like, all right, look, if you did bet, like this is what it is. You know what I mean? This is real time. This is what it is. We'll go Mason Plumlee. I hate the rebound markets. Everybody knows that, but plus 102 for over 7.5. BetMGM has minus 130. ESPN's minus 125. DraftKings minus 125. I mean, this checks out. Like, look across the board. Fanatics has minus 130. Ooh, Pinnacle doesn't. Like, they're at minus 107. Still a much better move. You should only be getting even money for this, but whatever. I'll do it.
We're going to hit it? Okay. I'll tail it. It's on Caesars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually just hit Diamond in Caesars today. So I just ranked up on Caesars. I was telling my chat because we bet so much on Caesars. We're all like using our Caesars credits, and we're gonna plan a trip to the Bahamas in the summer, like all the live arbors with our like Caesars rewards. Because Caesars is like the only book that they won't limit you no matter what, like live arbing them. So.
Oh really? Okay. Yeah. Shout out Caesars then. Yeah, that's the thing. No, I'm in Pickett. James, I do have Pickett. Those are all my bets that I make. Like every book I have, like sportsbook is literally on Pickett. So everything I really do is there. So you'll see which ones I can clip. But Fanatics right now has Vince Williams under 3.5 assists plus 115. I'll do that.
There we go.
That's I mean, I could see that.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Slop, can I ask Elf a question?
Nigel.
Well, I just
go for it.
Jump in the conversation. Elf, how many hours a week, or I guess a night, do you spend live arbing? A day or whatever?
So I start streaming at 7 because I get home from work at 5 usually. Like I'm working from home. I'm actually on the clock right now, but I usually work from home.
Shout out your work.
That's right there.
No, nobody tell my boss. But yeah, no, I get home from work at 5, and then I usually have to like eat dinner. Like I get everything set up like a madman. I'm like on the call with Juan to like set up my OBS and stuff, and then I'll start streaming at 7, and I'll live arb, just won't get out of my chair up until like 10. And the best, if you only have like an hour, hour and a half to live arb, that's it. You have to do it from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. because that's when like the first slate of college basketball games are in like the second half, and that's when there's the most uncertainty, which leads to the arbs. So I do it for as much as possible, like 3-4 hours a night, because I'm a full blown addict. But if you only have an hour, hour and a half, 8 to 9:30, that's your golden time. But you will miss a lot from 7 to 8 though.
Is that 7 days a week, 4 hours a night?
Oh, at least. And Saturdays I put in like a full 10-hour shift. So
You are such an animal. That's what I was saying the other day. Like, dude, you look like you're having like the time of your life.
No, I
Like,
am. I
you're
literally
having so much fun.
It's fun, dude. John, imagine you were 23 and you were just ripping the books in New York. Like
that's what
so
I was
fun.
doing, except I didn't have OddsJam. I'd have to call some guy in like Costa Rica and then tell him what I was betting, and I was losing all the time because I was 23 and I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah, my business associate does the same thing. He has got like bookies in Costa Rica that he rips and he bets a ton of money on them. So I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, no, like because Saturdays are like Christmas for like live arbing because there's just like last Saturday was like 145 college basketball games and I made like 2.6K or something like that. Like it was nuts. Like and yeah, tomorrow like tonight there's like no sports. So I'm just gonna stream trying to make like a decent profit. But tomorrow I'm gonna be glued to this setup all day. So yeah. I don't know if you saw, I had a clip on Twitter. I was like, there's nothing that can get me out of this chair. Like, not even if Margot Robbie was like laying in my bed. Like, no, there's nothing. So yeah.
What are you up this month so far?
I'm up 27,000 this month. Wait, let me check.
Slop, we're in the wrong business.
Yeah, that's living.
Yeah, wait, I'm up. I think it's around 27. I'm checking my Picket right now. Yeah, if you guys want to follow me on Picket, it's Elfie18. And if you don't have Picket, Slop, you should tell them about Picket. I know you got.
Oh, dude, SLOPSLOCKS. I tell them every day. They love Picket. I'm a big Picket guy. I love Picket. Like I can watch all my bets on that screen. Like it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm up $27,937 right now. My initial goal was 30K, but I think I can hit 35, honestly.
That is ridiculous.
Here's what you guys got to do in the chat.
6 more days.
There's a link to try OddsJam for 2 weeks in the description. Go watch Elf stream tonight. Sign up, get your free trial. Go watch Elf stream and do what he does. That sounds pretty simple, right, Slop?
Yeah, definitely.
Feels right.
Yeah. Nah, it's honestly
away.
Even if like you don't like making 28K is probably a little unrealistic because my bankroll's definitely it's bigger now because I made 25K last month, so I can use that bankroll and my bet sizing is huge. Like I'm throwing 990 on ESPN bet and then hedging it on Caesars for like $1,200. So I'm like throwing a lot on these arbs now. But like I would say if you're gonna start first 2 days, bet like $10 on each live arb because it's like they move so fast. You're gonna get hooked all the time, and by hooked I mean like one side's gonna go through, other side's gonna move, and you're gonna be locked out. So yeah, start like really small, and then once you get comfortable with it, then increase your unit size up to like $100 on the plus side, and then keep going from there. So yeah, definitely start slow. But yeah, you got time. You got 2 weeks free, so you have time to get used to it. That's what I'd say.
I think a lot of the questions we get a lot, Slop, is for the arbing is like what happens when you get stuck like that. So like how often does that happen to you, and like how do you try to avoid it?
Yeah, it happens every night to me. There's like it happens every single night to me, and unfortunately, that's like the most exciting part of the stream for most people is when I'm like locked out of a line for $1,000, and I'm like praying that it comes back. Like the best thing to do, which is what I do all the time, and my chat roast me, is I hedge for a loss. So I'll lock in like $150 loss on that play, and then I'll move on. But some people just let it ride. They're just psychos and like whatever happens, happens. But I hedge for a loss. The best way to avoid it is knowing like which books take longer to like go through and which books have like alt lines. So it's like if you're betting like FanDuel's alt line, that one is probably going to move first. So you want to lock that in. Also, DraftKings, if you have the timer, that one you got to lock in first because that DraftKings timer takes forever to go through. But yeah, like there's not much you can really do to avoid it. You could also hit the favorite side first and then hedge on the plus side. But like once again, if the plus side gets better, you're going to be losing. Like your position's going to get much worse. So, but yeah, like that's why I say you got to practice it because like you're going to get locked out of lines. It's just how it goes. Like that's just part of the game. But it's definitely still profitable. Yeah.
I'm trying to find more here on the EV page.
Yeah.
It's there's soccer. I'm not betting soccer.
Nah, yeah.
I'll only bet soccer if there's literally no other sports on.
Yeah. I'll tell a funny story while Slop looks for some plays. So it was 2 nights ago. I actually have like a short on it, but I was live arbing and my mom was in the stream. My mom watches my stream and she says it stresses her out like crazy watching me stream. But
dude,
yeah,
it's a scene.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy.
Right, hang on,
like,
pause.
All right, we'll pause.
We'll go Max Strus under 3.5 assists, -110 at ESPN bet.
All right, I'm throwing that in there. By the way, these ESPN bet plays, I'm gonna parlay them all, and I'm gonna throw like some money on it. We'll sweat it out tonight. I'm sure.
Yeah. ESPN bet, they can get behind very quickly. Like you see it when new markets get posted, the page just gets flooded with ESPN numbers.
Really?
Like like, oh yeah, they must have just posted this market, or this game, because it's always later and it's off. Oh
yeah,
Dylan Brooks.
There it is.
I don't know if I want to go 15 on that dude. That's not a good one. I don't like that one. All right, we'll keep going.
Yeah, I don't like that one either, to be honest. Yeah, that one didn't look that good.
I like the +110 and everybody else is like -120s, -130s. Those are the most fun by far.
I'll give some people in chat some advice on my EV days. Is when I was at work and stuff, if you have your filter set to like 2%, you're gonna get spammed all day. So I used to set my like notification filter to like 4%, like while I was at work or doing whatever. So that way I'm like only getting like the really, really top plays. And it's easier to like manage them. But like when you're at home and you got time, hit all of them. So yeah.
I just like the fact that you can have a million bets in a million different markets and you didn't really research any of them, but you have an edge on all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still old school in the sense that I like to cap the games. Like I'll probably never not do that. Like, you know how people do crossword puzzles in the morning or like Sudoku or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. Like that's kind of like my version of that, where you look through the game and you're like, all right, what are the injuries? What's the situation? What's the rest? What's the just look through all of it and just piece together like where do you think they're off? You know what I mean? Like the book, what's the mark? And then you go try and take that down. And I'll never not do that, ever. But I mean, if you're trying to get a lot of action, which you're going to have to do with the way retail books are set up now with like limits and shit, like you're going to have to get a ton of action. You just have to, if you want to try to make any money. Well, if you're looking to make money, you're going to have a lot of action. Well, you can't just cap the game and get all these bets. Like you're going to have to just find where they're off. And that's treat it as a financial market, literally.
Yeah,
and
treat it as a financial market. Absolutely. Yeah, you got to see where the market's off. And also, like we talk about this in my stream all the time about like just winning strategies and stuff. There are people we brought on like old school cappers before all the time who do a little bit of both. Like I don't know if you guys know like JFar, but he does both. Like he looks at like head-to-head matchups and stuff like that. And I feel like the best bettors, they'll combine like the market average stuff. Like they'll combine top-down betting, which is like what we're doing, and bottom-up betting, which is like looking at the matchups and stuff like that. For me, I don't have like any sport knowledge at all, so I just do top-down betting. But for the people who do know sports and have like they've they have that knowledge, then you got to combine the strategies is probably the best way to do it with a bias towards the market, like the market average. Yeah.
I always thought it's both. Like I always hate when it's like, oh, this is the way. It's like, nah, there's no way.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? There's different ways of doing it, and how you combine those ways is probably how you're gonna, you know what I'm saying, like, or how well you combine those ways is probably gonna determine how successful you are, right?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It's that's why I like the OddsJam tools, because you can use them in so many different ways. Like, you're a live arbor. Like, we don't even operate in the same realm, but we're using the same tools. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
like, you can use it however you see fit. Bradley Beal over 1.5 threes plus 140 at Fanatics.
All right. Oh, did we lose Slop?
Slop, yeah, he does this sometimes. I know what he did. He clicked. There he is.
Crazy.
Slop, you dropped out there.
We lost Slop for a second, boys.
What's up?
You're back now, but you
lost
dropped out
for
of
a
the stream
second.
for like 10 seconds there.
Yeah, that wouldn't have worked if we were live, Arvin.
No.
Been so much
there's sometimes when you're live arbing and like a book will like make you verify location or something like that, and you'll have to like you have like $1,000 bet that you need locked in just riding because like you couldn't get it in or something. It's the most stressful thing you've ever experienced in your entire life. It's crazy.
That blows. Brandon Miller over 25.5 PRAs at Fanatics minus 115.
Yeah.
I don't even have to open that one up. That's good. Minus 150, way low on that. Minus 134 Pinnacle. Minus 150 at Bodog, Bovada. Minus 140 at DraftKings. I mean, that's nuts.
Yeah. Wait, I'll finish this story.
One last thing before we go. Let me just show you the parlay that I cooked up on the other show. All right, so we do a lot of reverse correlation on the 4 for 4 show with Connor and Noonan, and dude, it returns ridiculous parlays.
Okay, let's do it. Is it on ESPN?
It's on FanDuel.
Okay, I can tail it.
Yeah, I'm gonna share it in just a second. Okay,
yeah.
I'm in. Okay, so it's reverse correlation, meaning Jamison Williams under 2.5 receptions, but 90+ yards.
Okay.
George Kittle under. That's the most ridiculous one. Like, that one's kind of crazy. So if you wanted to water this down by not adding JMO, you could do Kittle under 4.5 receptions, 60+ yards. Just did that last week. So anybody saying that that's crazy, not crazy. Just did it last week. Rashee Rice under 6.5 receptions, 80+ yards. You parlay all three of those guys to do that. It's 25 to get 240K.
Oh shit.
I mean, dude, that's Rashee Rice and Kittle, I think, are both going to happen. So if you want to leave JMO out of it, I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? But like the Kittle one and the Rice one, I'm telling you, that's a good one. I'm actually going to bet that now before, like, by itself.
Let's do it. Okay, I'll tail that one.
Because again, like, this is not plus EV. This is not something I'd recommend you do unless you're an absolute psychopath. But I think it's very fun. And to be honest with you, these things hit. Like, again, Kittle just did it last week. So, like, it's not something that is crazy. Couldn't be me with a narrative, but you guys know what tonight is for NBA. Some guys are going to nuke. Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah. Did you see that other night Embiid dropped like ridiculous numbers? That was crazy.
Yeah, 70, and then the Cat had 62.
Had 62. Yeah. It was
ridiculous.
Insane.
Mm-hmm. Where's Kittle? Okay, yeah, Kittle. And if anybody's got triple double parlays, let me hear them. Like, give me a triple double, guys. I gotta get out of here. It's burger night, obviously, and it's time. Going to senior night basketball game.
Yeah, rip Kobe, bro.
Oh, dude, really?
B Miller going for 30 tonight.
I've got him.
Yeah.
So that would be very nice. Yeah, 10 will get you 865. That ain't that good.
What team is Miller on? What team is B Miller on?
The Hornets, Charlotte Hornets. I think he goes off tonight.
Okay.
You got to find out who were Kobe guys.
Doncic triple dub. Luka TD. Giannis is 2 TDs. Durant 40. Dude, I hate betting Durant, yo. He's
tough. He's tough.
He's so tough. I feel like books make so much money on KD because he always sells. He's so good. Yeah, he's tough.
All right, fellas, that's gonna do it. I gotta get the hell out of here. Elf,
all right, boys.
That was awesome. Dude,
For
you
sure.
can come back anytime you want, man. I need
Let's
to learn
go.
more about live arbing. So is the guys in this chat because to be honest with you, like I said earlier, like there's so many different ways to use this. Like dude, I know guys that just use the screen.
The odd screen, that's it.
Yeah, they're literally finding, like, watch this. Like, so they'll go to like the basketball totals and just go to like right near game time, and you can always find, so Pinnacle, you get Pinnacle all the way to the left, and then you find somebody that's off. So I can find one right now. So 146.5. Looks like 147.5 is the market consensus there, so that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Let's see if anyone is off from here. I don't like when Circa and Pinnacle butt heads either. Like, that's terrible.
Yeah, because
if you're gonna take an under, you would take under 132 in Marist to Niagara. Pinnacle's got 131. You can get 132.5 at BetMGM minus 115. That's That's a 1.5 on Pinnacle, bro. Like, dude, you could literally do that. Like, I'm dead serious, and probably eke out a profit. I don't want to be staring at a screen all day. Here's a nice over. Utah Valley and Seattle. You could go over 137.5. Best done at DraftKings. Minus 110. Just by the screen. I mean, obviously, it's nothing's foolproof. But what I'm saying is, obviously, like, that's a strategy you could use just by using the screen.
Yeah. No, definitely. There's a lot of value pretty much everywhere in this tool.
Like, I mean, like, again, find it. Like, a lot of times you want to find the opener and you want to find the last move on a lot of those. Like, you're not just blindly clipping those just because they're off a Pinnacle. But if you can find one where Pinnacle just moved, that's key. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because now you're gold. Now you're chasing, Pinnacle, but still, just like that, dude. I like to stick with the positive EV tool. Like, that's just.
Oh yeah.
That's just.
It's the easiest tool. It's easy. So, and if you don't want, like you said, you don't want to stare at the screen all day. If you don't want to stare at the screen all day, you got to set up the notifications for your account, and then you'll just get a notification on your app when there's something that pops up with a book you have. That's so clutch for me. That's how I was doing it before when I didn't have the time. So
huge time saver.
Yeah, definitely big time saver.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Jake. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Look at college basketball games for tomorrow. And then, yep, 100%. The college basketball is where it's at. Because, again, I'm telling you, I'm convinced that the Sharps actually know. There's a reason why the limits in college basketball are so much smaller than they are to other sports.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Like, that has to be it. All the inside information that's not really shared that people can, some guys do know, and obviously they disperse that information throughout, their networks.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that was it for me. I am not going to be here this weekend because, Nigel, you're going to Vermont, dude.
No.
Sunday.
Yep.
Nigel's gone.
A little vacation.
Hey, sometimes you got to go out. You know what I mean? Go out with a bang, have a good time.
That's
so I will
true.
be back Monday, live stream 4 p.m. Obviously, I'm going to be on Twitter, just doing whatever. TikTok, Instagram, you know how it goes.
Yeah, it's so funny you're on TikTok.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, you got to be everywhere, Elf.
You gotta be everywhere. Yeah, I got to branch out.
At Y, actually, it's right there. I'm not even gonna try and say what the letters are. You
YL,
can see it right in his picture. Follow him on Twitter if you want to see him live arb. It's actually something to see. Just saying, check it out because it's something to see. I'll see you guys later. Have a great one, guys.
See ya.